Hello, how you doing? Welcome back. Just a quick reminder, it does help if you like or subscribe or share or comment. I'll say that now, and I'll say it at the end, but just get it out of the way. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, here we go. We've got somebody here who is, oh God, they want to get on, but they're frustrated. So, oh, just let me, I can't. There's there's a battle of wanting to move on, but feeling committed to something. Obviously, in the past, you can't commit, and they can't quite let go of something, or there's this feeling of if I do that, I'm opening up to myself to the law of unintended consequences. So let's play around. It's going to go a bit bigger than normal because we need some answers. You can't just say, "Oh, there you go, you've got a problem." We've got to sort of clarify it out. So we're going to start off. We'll do a bit of a reading to start off with. And this is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron-Reid. And we've got number 6. It's not a word I care to say. It's cosmic, the divine feminine. The cosmic rhymes with room, obviously. Here we go. The cosmic womb. The cosmic womb is a reminder that you're undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love incarnate and ignited by the vital spark received from the divine. If you had a difficult time in recent memory, if you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry and stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is changing right now. It doesn't have to be those things, but if you're feeling a bit stagnant, it's changing right now. You will feel newly inspired as so many ideas beckon for your attention. Know that you're safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment as your curiosity is piqued. You're in the most fertile cycle of your life right now, intuitively keen, with heart wide open, mindful that each step is in the direction of your dreams and desires is effortlessly supported by all the divine helpers in the unseen realms. Woohoo. Yeah, that's what's going, that's your current energy. Beautiful, but you're fed up. You know it's, but it's like, and it's like you've either waited a long time for this. I mean, you've got all these down here. It's like Christmas. I don't want those toys anymore. Well, here's another one. And there's maybe a little bit of despondency in, or it's just you've been very, very patient. It doesn't have to be the bad mood card. This is, I've been sitting at this red light for so long. It almost like if it turns green, I wanted to sort of tap me on the head and go, okay, you can go now. You've been very, very patient with something. So it's like you've been putting something on hold for a long time. But here it comes. Here it comes. Because you have been patient. And I get the impression you're a bit fed up with things being so stable. It's like you you want to sort of rip it up a little bit and just you're yearning for a bit of craziness. Because if you've got all these 4 poles here, you've got a 4 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 table legs you can start building on. Stability, security, but it's like it's like you're driving a Volvo, but you just want to get the motorbike out. It's that kind of a feeling. Just to go and sort of feel the wind in your hair as you sort of going down a mountain road or something like that. It's it's coming and it's the right thing, but you're like, oh God, it's like remember the day or remember the days when. So it's like rebelling against wearing a suit and going to an office type thing. It's that kind of a feeling. But that's the current energy. Now the situation is this lovely green growth card. This is from the Prism Oracle. Prism with an M. Yeah. Unless you get caught. Growth. If you want to play along at home. This card speaks to the transformational qualities of nature and its ability to softly grow, well, they split the infinitive, and change throughout time. We are constantly growing and shifting throughout our lives. True growth means that you're moving towards your ultimate truth and the highest version of yourself. Sometimes growth can be painful, and you need to prune to make way for new blossoms. Remember that this is just part of the process, and you're making your way toward your own sacred truth. Right. So, right there is, you know, it's like when you've got a full wardrobe, you think, right, I'm not allowed to buy any more T-shirts till I've got to throw 5 out to let 2 in. You know, I've got to get rid of the old stuff. About pruning, and that's about release. It's about identifying what's no longer working and creating space for the new before it arrives. Because you're working hard at it, but it's just you haven't quite decided what you're prepared to let go of yet. You know, if it's somebody standing there, they're trying to hold on to that and grab the future, hold on to the past and the future at the same time. You feel it's like a feeling of being very, very torn between two things, between the safety and the security and the slight unknown. Walking away from something, but we'll bring that in. So I mean, this is lovely. We've got industry, so growth, industry, because you're prepared to work hard at it, 8 of Pentacles, or you are working hard at it. I mean, here you go. You know, growth is not easy. A little bit of healing going on here. So you're comfortable with it because when you look at this, we've got no swords. So it's almost like you accept it already. I mean, the swords are coming. One, just the one. Oh, 2. It's the same one twice. So it's not a psychological issue. I feel as though you're bunged up by your own loyalty to something, or you've committed to something, and you feel stuck. It's a real feeling of being stuck. Is that it is. They don't last long, do they? You see, and if this is you as one person, two parts of you coming together, then this is your growth spurt. It doesn't have to be 2 people coming together. So you've got growth and industry. So you are so ready to move on with something. But do you feel as though it's going to, I mean, you want to rock the boat, but maybe it's because if you rock the boat, you'll be rocking it for other people as well. And is that a risk worth taking, or you want to go, yeah, come on. But I'm feeling there are more considerations to make now than you've done in the past, let's put it that way. So your dream or your goals, well, lovely. Let's take it from the 8 of Pentacles, work really hard and achieve the King of Pentacles. You know, big abundance. And be in charge of, you know, to be in the driving seat, the Emperor. And I'm prepared to put, you know, a bit like this 8 of Pentacles here. Page of, I'll put that extra in. I want to get this done. But, frustration. It's because you've got to walk away from something. This is the whole point. What's the energy that you need to put in to get through the current energy and up to achieve these goals up here? Which is very powerful up there. What is it that you've got to move away from? It's like you've got to sacrifice something. And you've been thinking about this a long time. You're very emotionally invested, very heavily emotionally invested, because it's the Eight of Cups. You see, what's interesting here so far is we've had 4, like a table legs, 4, 4, 8, 8. The nine's there's a 9 coming here, but it's very balanced, isn't it? 4, 4, 8, 8. But also, I've noticed there seems to be a lot of people involved. Are there too many people? Too many people's opinions you're trying to you're trying to please too many people here, when actually it's a decision about you. One thing that flashed into my mind was that, you know, it's like somebody's been offered a job halfway around the world, but they've just signed up to do something else, so they don't feel they can take it, or they've just got a dog, or they've just got a cat or something like that, and they're not going to take this great opportunity because they've just, you know, bought little Miffy. So it's something like that, you know, or you're too. The concern or the worry is to do something because something else is coming up. You know, it's this trade. It's literally, you know, you get those floating things, the swimming pools. You know, it's like 1 foot. It's like if an iceberg cracks, it's like 1 foot. It's just your legs are being pulled in. If you've got one foot either side of the crack, it's like, and it feels very frustrating. And it's like, how have I got myself to this position where it's unclear? I know what I want to do, but you just can't press the button on it. You know that you've got to sacrifice something in order to be. This is the lower register Empress. I mean, to go from take the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, then up to the King of Pentacles, the Emperor, and this is like the lower register Empress. Empress meets Emperor. I mean, perfect. And that really is, I mean, that's a real sort of power play there. But it's all to do with this stability, which I think you can't do it. You've got to get, it's almost like you've got to unsettle yourself first in order to reach that stability. But there's a lot to do with stability. And because you've got to sacrifice some stability, the stability is boring you, and it's like you're rebelling against the Golden Palace. If you see what I mean, it's a very funny feeling. It's a very strange feeling, because most people would go for the stability, but you know, in order to have that growth, you've got to break out of the stability. Now that comes even more evident here, because if we look at the energies which are going out, well, we've got the Temperance Angel, which is all about balance and patience, and, you know, all the 4 elements, 1 foot on water, 1 foot on earth, the wings for the air, and then the fire. So all 4 elements there in beautiful harmony, balance, always topping up, making sure everything's all right. Well, that's what's going out, or it's got to go out. Yeah? That's what you're moving away from, that balance. I mean, more balance than justice. That's inner balance. That's inner alchemy. And the other thing, the Magician. You've got all 4 elements on that table, and you're the lightning conductor. Lemniscate, what you put in, you'll get back out. So you've got the 2 cards of actually all everything being equal, but it's got to go. This balance has to go. You know, you can't make an omelette without breaking legs, type thing. But you can't quite do it. So something's not letting you pull the trigger on that. So whether that's time, place, people, you, finances, like, you know, whatever, you know you have to turn your back on this. You know you got to do it, but how are you going to do it? Whatever it is. So That's what's going out. What's coming in is this. Oops. Now, the 9, I was going to start off with the 9 of Wands here. The 9 of Wands is dedication, loyalty, commitment, yeah? The wounded warrior. So if you imagine that you signed yourself into a contract, but everything around you's changed, and you're left sort of holding the baby, as it were, thinking, okay, well, when I signed up to this, it was it was very different. And then now imagine the tide is coming in, and you're left holding onto that thing. At what point do you think, I didn't sign up for this? And you put that pole down and you get on your way. And you think, no, this has changed so significantly that when I gave my word to it, it's almost like a different world now. Why are you prioritizing the commitment that you made over your own, whatever that trade-off, over your own safety, future health, what have you, or mental health, what have you here? Because, not happy, could be very happy, but it's obviously you can see something's going on where you feel as though you've been hoodwinked. Not hood, no, that's wrong. It's wrong in this scenario. There's something over there that you would rather be doing. Do you know what I mean? Now, this is what's coming in. So it's a test. So it's either a test of your loyalty, or for you to think, do you know what? That contract is null and void now. When the sea level rises, I'm not going to drown holding on to being stuck in a contract which nobody else is sticking to. Okay, and with that, we've got the lovely Page of Swords here. Page of Swords, he's using that sword a bit like a golf club. He's learning how to use it. So he's learning his mind. The clouds are obstacles, so he's going to swish those obstacles away, and he's doing a lot of homework, a lot of research, so listening to a lot of voices, maybe too many voices. But it's like when you're at university, you cast a wide net to do your research, then you filter it down before you make your decision. And so somebody's investigating something or doing some research on something, maybe about, am I stuck in this stale thing? And if you think about youth, this is maybe thinking back to when you were young and free and footloose and fancy free. Then maybe you think, well, how can I bring that freshness back in to whatever scenario this is? Now what I'm going to do here is, because this is the future coming in, and you'll find out afterwards. I just want to, whilst I'm talking, this might be some stuck or blocked energy. This is an I Ching card, and I'll put the link for it down below in the description box, so you can actually, is it Goodies? Goodies do a good translation of the, interpret. Oh, you got two there. Lucky you. Now, conveniently, these are in Chinese and Spanish. So you got number 48. Hope you're feeling well. And you've got number 28. Okay, I think, that's about water, isn't it? It's about water levels, right, I think. So 28 and 48. So that might help in how to change any blocked energy, or so I'll put some links down there. Now the other thing is these are the Sun Tzu Art of War cards. So a lot of times the battle is in our own, within our own self, isn't it? So this will be how to deal with the future, how to battle the future, how to land it successfully and deal with this frustration. Okay. Come on, focus. Oh, well, I'll do it. The general who advances without coveting fame and retreats without fearing disgrace, whose only thought is to protect his country and do so and do good service for his sovereign, is the jewel of the kingdom. There you go. So that's all about loyalty and dedication. I mean, that's exactly what this card is, isn't it? Commitment and consideration for others and stuff like that. But at what point are you being maybe slightly hoodwinked? So let's have a look at the other side. Don't let your ego get in the way. But let's substitute ego for loyalty. Because when we're loyal, we do have a little rush of blood to the head thinking, oh yes, well, I could be tempted off by that thing over there, but no, I feel good. My ego tells me I feel it is good to be loyal. Okay. I'm just going to put that there and got to bring it in because of my varifocals. So there we go. Okay. Getting your ego under control can be one of your biggest challenges in relationships. If you are good at something, that's wonderful. If you have a weakness, then so be it. Don't worry too much about what others think of you. Your actions will show that you are what you believe yourself to be. Be yourself and believe in yourself. Okay? That's that. Now, what I'm going to do is just move shifty those up there, and I'm going to bring these in one by one because it got a bit compliqué. Now, your strength, magician. See, over here you've got the magician slightly in a departure, but the magician is your strength. You can do. You've got everything you need there. But what it feels like is that instead of thinking, right, I've got all the ingredients to make this cake, it's now the time to actually get on and make a new cake. But your head is saying, oh, well, you've forgotten the chocolate sprinkles, you've forgotten this, that, the others. Well, your mind's still in the supermarket, but your body's at the table. So it's like, just next time do the fancier cake, but it's time to get on with what you've got now, if you can, to get rid of this feeling of frustration. And that will bring this happiness in. I just want to get another card on that. And what I'm going to do at this point is just bring in this third deck, because I just wanted all options possible. This is your strength, though. You know that you can do this, but something's been standing in the way of you focusing and sort of committing. Not in Pentacles. So something's taken something's taken a long time, and you're a bit fed up with it. Oh, look, we've got another one. What's that one? Yeah. Oh, magician. You got double magician. Exactly, you got double magician. And that's frustrating because you know your strength is actually making stuff happen, but you've been delayed, and it's almost like you've had to put your dreams on hold. But I could do this. Well, you can't do it now. Why is that? Because you've got to there's all these other considerations that you've got to make. All these, I'm going to say other people that you've got to factor in. And it might not be other people, but let's just say people. It might be animals. It might be property. Yeah, it might be a work contract. It's just, oh God. You're feeling like you can't move for responsibilities. But you got the magician. You got the magician out in all three decks here, and it's like you can't use your. It's your strength, but it's like you can't use it, and that's where this feeling of frustration is coming from. I mean, look at this, and then actually coming up here, you got temperance again there. You've got it all, but it's like I can't do it. It just feels so frustrating. Right, so that's your strength, but can you use your strength at the moment? It feels not. Okay. So the challenge then, Tower. And this is the whole point here. The energy needed to move it on. You know you've got to walk away from something which might involve a tower. But you feel as though that might be inviting the law of unintended consequences in. And you don't want to do that to somebody else. It's like a responsibility because you know it'll upset somebody else. And you couldn't walk away from that. Yeah. Because you're burdened. I mean, you swap the 9 of wands for the 10 of wands. Whatever this is, there you go. It's the balance. It's, and you've got 3 cards for Sagittarius and fire here. Within this scenario, you can't find the right balance because you're not prioritizing yourself. But they're going, can you? Did you sign up to have your hopes and dreams come second place? And are you regretting? Is it a regret thing? I don't know. But if you follow, maybe if you followed your dreams or went your way, then that would hit. And you would have to sort of walk away to what is this tower? How big is this tower? Because then if you came away from that and the tower came in, then you would feel selfish and you would be burdened by, so if this is the challenge, making things imbalanced. Yeah. See, it's almost like the balance. I mean, look at, we've got Temperance twice and 3 Magicians. It's like what you do will up-tip the turnip truck. And this is, it feels like a massive weight on your shoulders here. Okay. So, what's the surprise, I hear you ask? Well, it's coming in anyway. King of Wands, the King of Mutable Fire, woof, is coming in, and it's going to be fabulous because this is Mercury energy. Mercury energy is magician energy. You've got the, and the card that's come out 3 times is the Magician. So you are going to magic this into existence. It's like you want it so much, you're going to find a way to do this. And this is the surprise. It will just click. And whatever scratch in the record this is, whatever sort of ravine this is that you can't quite bring together at the moment, it has sort of 1 foot on either side of, a bit like in Ice Age, when they get that split and the continents come apart. You'll be able to bring them back together because look, you'll be able to get over this stuck energy of being chained to something. I'm just going to give them their modesty. There you go. Because at the moment you feel bound, and the surprise is you're gonna. It's almost like you just got to talk to the right person or just make the right contact, and then you can put it behind you. This stuck energy. Okay, and then how will you know that this cycle is over? What was lovely here. Well, yeah, this new start. Because this new start will bring this feeling of acceptance. What you've had already, you've had the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. So this is a feeling of I'm not where I should be. Okay, well, it can be. But you know why you're not where you should be. Because life doesn't run linear. And you know why you've made the sacrifices that you have. But again, look, King of Wands, Nobody moves it on like the King of Wands. But again, it's in its infancy. You're still researching it. And for the King of Wands to be with the Page of Swords, that is boxing a wee bit dangerous. Moving on when you're not, that's taking a risk. Do you see what I mean? You're using your king energy, but your page experience. So it's like, yeah, I can land a jumbo jet. Yeah, of course I can. And it's like, that's the excitement that you're looking for here. After the sort of quiet acceptance, something will come along to move it, and it's going to be exciting and fresh. And there's that energy there that you get there, which is almost like this childlike enthusiasm for something. Okay. Because there've been so many repetitions, I don't know if to go any further on this or not. But let's just get 2 more oracle cards to look at the next, how you come out of this, because that sort of gets split down the middle there. So let's tidy those away, shall we? Get another oracle card. But it's how to reconcile what you want to do and what you know you should do. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Can I play badminton in 6-inch heels? No. Put your trainers on. But I want to wear my heels. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got 3 there. We can't do that. Look. Straddling worlds. That's exactly what I was just saying. Wandering between realms. Yeah. Dances on 1 foot. There you go. Playing badminton in 6-inch heels. Should we do this one since it's come out, Straddling Worlds? Because that would make sense to do that, because it's literally just talk that card out. Okay, let's do that. I love it when that happens. Okay, card 52. Straddling Worlds, Wandering Between Realms. Okay. I hold it up afterwards. Okay. Being comfortable in 2 states. So you might actually you might learn, instead of having to make the sacrifice, you might learn how to do both. Okay. Wandering between realms, reinvention. Oh, well, that's your cosmic womb then, isn't it? Oh, super dupes. Don't know how you do it. When the Straddling Worlds card shows up, it's an invitation to get used to living with 1 foot in your old world and 1 foot in the new. That's it. Look. That's what you're going to have to get used to. You want all there or all there, and actually, I just think like the Ice Age thing with the 2 continents. Yeah. Okay, this makes sense. Perfect. Here we go. Let's start again. When the Straddling Worlds card shows up, it's an invitation to get used to living with 1 foot in your old world and 1 foot in the new. There is no going back to the way things once were, and what will be is not yet fully here. You must find the delicate balance that can bring you delight as you relish the past and all your memories, along with awe as you glimpse the astonishing and exciting future. Do not wait for applause. Move on quietly, humbly, invisibly to others. This card brings an invitation to begin not only a new chapter, but a new book in your life. Do not break the news to anyone. Let people be surprised as to reinvent yourself. Make sure you are not just a slightly improved and more polished version of a dated and obsolete you. Birth yourself into something original. Do not feel like you have to explain yourself or be understood by anyone. Become a mystery even to yourself. gaze into the mirror one morning and be pleasantly surprised. Straddling Worlds invites you to become a true wizard. Oh, you got the magician 3 times. Not one who performs magic tricks, but one who has mastered the dance between the visible and invisible worlds, between the realms of form and formlessness. You are the birther of new ideas, of original and sustainable ways of being in the world. I'll hold that there. That's fantastic. I'm liking this. I am. I'm liking this. And just because of that, I'm gonna put all the magicians out there. There you go. Perfect. Right. I'm gonna get this card here. Oh, how exciting! So this is to go from growth into. Oh, I'm clever. Into what? Oh, ideation. Perfect. Let's have a look. Maybe. Ideation. There you go. This card is about the growth of ideas. Okay. This card is about the growth of ideas and new projects in your life. Now is the time to focus on creating a safe space for your creative endeavours. This moment is just for you and your project. Let your ideas grow while you nurture and care for them. Enjoy this special time. Wow. It's all about growth and wombs and magicians and straddling worlds, isn't it? Wow. I feel I should get one more card out. Let's get one more card. Get one more tarot. Oh, there you go, lovely. Oh, fantastic. Look, to go from the 9 of Wands, which we had before, feeling a little bit stuck. There. Page of Swords. You've had the Page of Swords 3 times. That really is about let me just find them. There you go. Page of Swords, Page of Swords, Pages. Magician 3 times, Page of Swords 3 times. This is about doing your homework and investigating how you can obviously do both. Or it's a transition from one to the other. It's not going to be a clean break, is it? It's going to be one foot in both for a while, but that's going to be okay. And because you can't see your way to making the leap at the moment, get used to having one foot in both. Okay, that makes sense now. Because that's what I couldn't. The frustration. Well, this will end the frustration. Okay. Thank you for playing along. I love this card because it's just made so much sense. It's made sense of the whole damn thing. Okay. Wishing you lots of love. Take good care. All the best. Oh, and if you wouldn't mind, like, share or subscribe or leave a comment. I really appreciate it. All the best. Bye-bye.